Muy a todos chicos, chicas, Rey del Fuego. Hoy continuamos con el evento principal de la 6.1, que ya sabéis que es aquí en el desierto de Sumeru. Básicamente como que Layla y un tío Dyer, se llama Dyer, básicamente como quedaron inconscientes en un templo y estamos descubriendo el por qué han quedado inconscientes. Nos separamos en tres grupos, Cino, Sethos y Tignari, luego otro que es Rales o el viajero, Paimon y Layla, y luego aquí los tres colegas. Así que vamos a hablar con ellos porque se supone que se están reuniendo. Falta el equipo de Cino, pero vamos. Y ya sabéis que estamos investigando el tema del Rey Ibis y tal, es raro de todo esto. Así que a ver, mira, y aquí está el tercer equipo. Que estuvieron también viendo la historia y hay como gatos. Ya sabéis que el gato de Nefer era como un pilar del Rey Desert y hay más gatos, o sea que... serán también pilares, ¿no? Me imagino.
Indeed, or as I like to call it, the chai factor.
Es una caja de bombones, nunca sabes cuál te va a tocar, ¿no? Están todos esperando el chiste. Lo están esperando.
No reply?
Es que los chistes son...
Just say it.
Claro.
All right.
Sí, que lo tengo que darme ya.
Because it's spiced to sweet brew again.
A ver, suele ser una caja de bombones, pero bueno, chavales. Okay.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Oh, wait, what? You've never heard that one?
Pero hacen esta puede también, ¿no?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Claro.
Oh, great.
Que trabajen
What
los
else
demás.
is new?
Que trabajen los demás.
Well, looks like everyone made it through unscathed. Let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and discuss what we learned. Sound?
Sí,
Yeah,
hablan.
let's debrief.
Sí, o sea, todos han encontrado algo. Comparten agua y comida y la información sobre lo que descubrió cada grupo. Al final resulta que Cino había dejado una caja de chocolate de verdad. Vaya.
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but it feels like we ended up with even more questions.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. This place is tied to the Ibis King in some way.
Hombre, es el templo del Rey Ibis, sí. Tiene pinta, ¿no? Tiene
Hey,
algo que ver.
Sino, you're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his presence.
Ah, que puede hacerlo, de verdad. O está vacilando. Yo creo que está vacilando, ¿no? ¿Cómo lo va a hacer?
Just kidding. I can't
Claro,
sense him, no.
digo, no creo que pueda invocarlo, ¿no? Aunque lo ha hecho, vamos. Sería algo nuevo. Lo hacen se la suda.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a two-man act?
Buen trabajo los dos.
Sorry, Hermanubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean
Hostias.
he's gone?
El gato.
I would have liked to reminisce about old times.
Ya
with
sabía
him.
yo. Lo sabía, que este tío iba a ser el Rey Ibis.
The cat!
O por lo menos uno de los pilares.
It speaks! Of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all.
Pero eso
You
significa...
do me a great offense.
Eso significa que el gato de Nefer también debería hablar.
My apologies.
Porque no lo hace, ¿eh?
Esteemed cats. Sir?
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
O sea que...
Contraption? No, this is Marak.
Claro, pero se supone que la pieza que tiene es del de aquí.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I apologize.
Ah, bueno, es majete del tío, ¿no?
I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it.
El mecanismo.
I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if I did remember, I would need to translate it into modern language. It's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form.
Nos enseñarán el aspecto antiguo de Medak.
Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talks.
No, habla más que... A ver, si lleva aquí encerrado no sé cuánto tiempo...
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was like?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Cino se la suda.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name. Go me.
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should have brought a bookmark.
Aquí cada loco a su tema, ¿eh?
That all went over Paimon's head.
Sí, aquí cada una... Esa forma extraña del rey ibis de la que hablaba las notas, seguro que se refería a este gato. Hola, Thoth.
Hello indeed.
Mira, le hemos oído. O sea, no es el rey ibis, es uno de los pilares.
For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken.
Vamos.
You are special among your companions.
El puto amo, vamos.
But you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way.
Joder, para dejar entrar. En el castillo este que tiene. A ver. Mira, con Nefer aquí. Vale, seguimos al gato este. O sea que si no es el rey ibis, es uno de los pilares. Pero faltaría entonces otro, porque... O sea, entiendo que este es uno. El de Nefer es otro. Y falta otro, ¿no? O sea, falta otro gato a activar. Faltará otro gato entonces. Y solamente hemos visto uno. A ver, sí, solamente hemos visto uno porque el otro... Es que Nefer tiene como 3 animaciones. No, tiene 2. Tiene la del cuchillo y la del gato. Faltaría un gato. Hostia, mira, aquí está el otro gato, tío. Eso, hay un montón de gatos. Vale, y ya serían los 3. No, hay un montón de gatos. O sea, son varios.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Y tan humilde. Joder.
Oh, your house sure is
Y vacío.
spacious.
Espacioso y vacío.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised.
Anda.
Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a gift.
Pues estaría bien, la verdad.
Alas, it's a first-come,
Vale.
first-served basis, you see. I fear with the passage of time, none are left.
Bueno, ¿qué se le va a hacer?
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? Not an inaccurate description.
Regalos y tesoros, en realidad lo dices en sentido figurado, ¿verdad?
Yes, and no.
Vaya.
I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question.
Ah.
Not a bad deal,
No,
yes.
está de puta madre.
Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3, and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
Van a ser acertijos, ¿no? Tampoco.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those 2 slabs are depicting.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from time to time, you are much more interesting.
A ver, evolucionamos.
Hold on, we're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned, what are they for, exactly?
Comprobar si es inteligente, ¿no?
Ah, that is a story that begins with King Deshret.
And we're in for another long one.
Sí, se ha vuelto otra vez para...
Nostalgia
rama.
for the past is common to us all, is it not?
Hostias.
And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days.
A ver, está guapa la esta, ¿eh?
He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed or were about to obtain. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest, progress was inevitable. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world such as this. So nothing went as planned. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because although there were 7 pillars, one was forever absent. Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us, but the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Al-Hamar era también uno de los pilares que nos encontramos en la misión esta de la chica esta que nos veía con el robot, ¿no? Os estaría poniendo aquí es que no me acuerdo cómo se llama, Jeff. Se llama Jeff la chica.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards.
Claro, pero los tiempos cambian.
In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, those who remain must continue to live on. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king, including the chance to walk away. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain.
Y de ahí la foto. La foto de encontraron los tres, lo del Tignari y estos.
Kroko.
Goti?
Ah, of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King.
Hostias.
And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating.
Ahí está guapo. Y aquí está, mira, este le está acusando de hacer trampa y este está diciendo, no, yo no hice trampas.
Chess is an exercise in patience. And that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that game. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often. And since I was always the winner, we got along quite well. What are you laughing at? Were we not good friends?
¿Quién se ríe? ¿Estás esquizofrénico?
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
Tiene esquizofrenia ya, tío.
No, not you. It's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Can you not hear him?
La esquizofrenia, tú.
Ah, right. Of course you can't. The two of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
Hostia puta.
What is even going on
Lo que
here?
hace la soledad, tú. Hostias.
Has he, started to lose it after being trapped for so long?
Sí, sí, justo, exactamente.
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Sí.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
Azar. Ah, claro, que está encerrado.
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
No.
Just what I wanted to hear.
Que se joda.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not talk at all.
No, no, hombre.
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King, just discussing other things. Please, continue.
In that case...
Getting to the part about the 3 questions.
Sí, por favor, queremos responder ya.
Ah, yes, we're almost there.
¿Cómo habla el tío?
Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3 questions.
Le voy a dar aquí, pero creo que van a aparecer aquí más gente, o sea que...
The
no
first
creo que...
person who caught my eye was Gudars. I asked him,
Exactamente.
what causes our rise and fall? He answered, conspiracy and betrayal, for it renders the righteous and wise unable to succeed, and thus nations fall. I found his answer quite interesting, so I bestowed upon him the power to deceive.
El poder del engaño.
The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, what obliterates love and hate? She said unto me, I have nothing left to lose. Vengeance alone can quench both love and hate.
Vaya mierda de respuestas.
I found this to be another fascinating response. So I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate, or was it the power I bestowed upon them that determined their end?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstances. so I can't answer.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this point.
O sea, que nosotros tendremos que responder a la tercera, ¿no?
My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person,
¡Ojo, Nefer!
her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name.
¡Qué guay! O sea, al final la última fue Nefer, tío, qué chulo. O sea, que Nefer respondió y debe referirse a Nefer, claro. Esto no lo contaron ni en la misión de Arconte, en la parte de la misión de Nefer.
I asked her, what determines truth and falsehood? And found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon her a gift to match.
Y le dio la caja de ajedrez, y la caja de ajedrez le permite como ver el pasado de las personas.
As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was wrong.
Vaya.
But alas, 3 people were chosen and 3 questions were asked. So now all I can do is wait.
Pero esperaba aquí.
Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king. Until she has found the true answer to that question.
No wonder there was no third stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left, or passed on, there were none left to record the events that followed. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things or people even manage to leave a trace. But sometimes I can't help but wonder. If that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question, would...
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled upon this place, but I only chose the special ones.
Como nosotros.
That young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
Su compañero, bastante ordinario. Un momento, ¿acaso se refiere a...?
The author of those notes we found? The student named Zandik?
Vaya, notas anteriores, del episodio anterior.
Ah, yes, I think that was his name.
Notas que no leímos, por cierto.
In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my third remaining gift.
Hostia, tiene como el pelo verde, ¿no? Es como el... No, Aracen creo que no tiene el pelo verde, tiene el pelo blanco.
He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure, and there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him, so I found myself rather relieved when he declined my gift.
Oh, he turned you down?
Yes. He said he didn't need it.
Boom, y se la pela. Te vaciló en la cara.
I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense contempt and disdain radiating from his gaze.
Se parece un poco a Dottore, ¿no? En plan, si Dottore fuera joven, se parece un poco a él.
I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew. It would not end well to get close to
Sí,
a
sí,
man
además
like
dice
that.
que era como poco fiable.
So, I tricked him.
Ahí va.
Stick close to your companion, I said. Only the descendants of Tulatula can come and go as they please. Leave him behind, and there is no escape for you.
So, does that mean his companion wasn't a descendant of Tulatula?
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. Anyone can enter or exit this place. There are no restrictions.
Pero ¿y por qué entonces?
I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Zandik might leave him behind. Or worse, that some other accident might befall him.
Para que no le dejase ahí
I
tirado.
made up an excuse to prevent Zandik from going a step too far.
Claro, que no lo deje tirado.
Oh, and speaking of, Zandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Anda.
Wait, does that mean Layla's also a descendant of Tulatula?
Se supone que Tignai también.
Indeed.
Digo.
When Hermanubis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today, their progeny are scattered to the four winds, and indeed are far more numerous than I could have imagined.
So the person you protected could have been my ancestor.
Yes, yes.
No hay de
You're
qué.
very welcome for that.
Could I ask another question, Lord Ibis King?
Bueno,
Of course. I have nothing
claro.
but time.
Se
I'm
le da
afraid.
aburrir un cojón y medio ese tío aquí.
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did.
Mira, fue él.
You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more knowledge than you could handle to flood into your minds. So I replaced that knowledge with simpler, repetitive information. Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind, but that should resolve itself in time.
Ah, bueno.
How many moons are there in the sky?
Y el otro no sé qué de fruta, ¿no?
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. I believe it had
Con la comida,
something to
sí.
do with food.
Dátil, los dátiles.
Both were spur-of-the-moment decisions, so no need to dwell on the meaning too much.
O sea que nada, lo de las lunas no tiene nada que ver con Notcry.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Lord Ibis King.
As I said, young one, you are most welcome. If you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device so no one else can trigger it? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is something I must leave to you. Or Marak, I suppose.
No se preocupe, ese dispositivo ya no se puede activar más.
Oh, splendid! Another one bites the dust. Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, little by little, the remnants of ages past
Tendrá más
fade
años el
into
templo.
obscurity.
Tendrá más años.
For that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, are not to be revered. They are tools, nothing more. Disrespectful? I simply make the most of what I have. Besides, our king has been gone all these years. What good does it do to revere him now?
No.
Oh, are you talking to the Goat King again?
Sí, es esquizofrénico el tío.
No, Croco this
Vale,
time.
el esquizofrénico, vale.
He's pestering me for another game of chess. Says he wants to even the score. Wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300,000 by now. Of course, that's just a rough estimate. I've never kept count.
It appears that's something you like. Being...
I suppose so. All right then. Time for me to extend my winning streak. And for you all to head home.
Buena suerte.
In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those three questions will not change my fate.
No, nadie que te quedas aquí para toda la vida.
But that is for me to reckon with. Go on now.
Vale, o sea, al final tampoco hemos descubierto mucho, ¿no? O sea, simplemente hemos venido aquí para ver lo que le pasó a Layla y a Dagger. Y al final tampoco ha sido... Bueno, a ver, hemos descubierto lo de Nefer. Lo de que Nefer vino aquí y respondió a la pregunta. No está mal. Me gusta, ¿no? Hablan un poco de también Nefer. Nefer no ha estado presente en el evento, pero por lo menos nos habla un poco de ella, ¿sabes? Está guay. Eso mola. Vale, eso ahora volvemos a superficie con Dagger.
Excuse me. Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested 3 crops of tomatoes while you've been gone.
Hemos estado jugándonos la vida.
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a point. There's a difference.
Sincerest apologies for keeping you waiting, Professor Cyrus.
Sí, sentimos haberle hecho esperar.
See, that's what I call manners. Now, are any of you hurt?
Nope. It went way smoother than we expected, actually.
¿Hay alguno herido? Dice, sí. Uf.
I presume the investigation is complete then. Come, tell me all about it.
Y lo mejor es que en inglés he dicho que no. Pero bueno, le explican brevemente a Ciro lo ocurrido. Sí, porque me da chapa,
My,
chaval.
did you look out?
Me da chapilla, ¿eh?
If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis King has, well, let's call it a mixed record. Perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, and that's why he chose to help you.
La verdad es que en Sumeru, comparado con Nazlan, por ejemplo, han sacado a muchos personajes masculinos, porque luego en Nazlan no había ni uno. Bueno, estaba el Kinitz y el Lorón, ya está.
Or perhaps he just didn't
Bueno,
have
Ifa.
a good enough reason not to help us.
Ah,
See? Marak agrees.
How do you even know that's what Marak meant? That could have just been a happy noise.
nah, pero se lo inventa.
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened to Layla and Jur, and there were some unexpected takeaways too.
Yeah, I never expected to learn about my ancestry. I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary student. I never would have even considered something like that could be true.
Lo interesante sería saber quién era el otro, el pelo verde.
Come to think of it,
Porque claro, Dottore no es.
our ancestors might even have been friends at some point.
Es que el Dottore no puede ser porque es de hace años. O sea, y Dottore no es tan viejo, creo.
Huh? You're right. Maybe I should take a trip back home to see if I can find any records about that.
Oh, I was just throwing that out there. I wouldn't want you to go to the trouble.
It's fine. My advisor gave me a break, and I still have a few days left, so... Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress at all. No. I need to focus on that instead.
Con calma, con calma.
Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Sí, por Dios.
Huh? No, I could never.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan, and I don't think that Nephis or Zahahadi researched the
A ver,
stars.
por pedirle podemos pedir a Mona que la ayude.
All I have to offer are my homegrown tomatoes.
Ah, mira, muy útil.
Although I suppose it's not impossible. I can ask a few old friends to recommend some interesting topics.
Mona, tío, en verdad podríamos hablar con Mona.
You really don't have to. It sounds like a lot of work.
Que además yo creo que Mona y ella se pueden llevar bien.
Hardly. A few passing questions while we water the plants? It's no trouble at all.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now it's getting late, and you all must be tired. Let's wrap things up here. Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day. So, let's leave while she still feels merciful.
Vale, y se acaba esto. Lo que a mí me da curiosidad es lo de Colei, tío. Porque Colei, no sé si os acordáis que al principio nos habló como que tenía que hacer no sé qué de... Ah, mira, todavía sigue. Habla con el señor García. No, pero esto no es... ¿O sí? A ver, ¿esto es parte de la misión? No, lo dice... Al parecer hay algo que preocupa al señor García. No, eso no es. O sea, esto es otra misión de Sumeru, pero no es la misión... O sea, ya hemos terminado, por así decirlo, la misión del evento. Pero a mí me ha dado curiosidad lo de Colei. Como que Colei tenía que dar una charla y no la ha dado al final, ¿no? Mira, ya está todo hecho. Os dan protegemas. O sea, bueno, sí, suelen darlas, ¿no? De hecho. Y ahora quedaría el tema de... El tema de los minijuegos. Pero no creo que el tema de los minijuegos, ¿no? A ver, ya son. Es que todavía nos quedan un rato para hacer los 30 minutos. Pero hombre, es que falta Faruzan. Yo creía que Faruzan iba a aparecer. Ah, míralo, está aquí.
Traveler, Paimon, over
Pues mira
here.
que bien.
Welcome to the home base of the Fieldwise Center.
O sea que a eso se refería Colei con lo de la charla.
As you can see, the core projects are already up and running, so we can get to work at any time.
O sea que sí que era eso, tío.
This feels like one of those places light novels talk about. You know, the adventuring hubs where rookies gather to take quests and stuff. Oh, and almost like a school festival at the same time, with everyone getting together to learn and then forming teams to hone their skills. It's so exciting!
Sí, qué ganas. ¿Qué tipo de novelas ligeras estás leyendo, primo?
Well, this place isn't quite as decked out as a school festival, but Master Tainari said that academia plans to be generous with the resources.
Ah, qué bien.
Anyway, before students and researchers head out on dangerous field missions, they can come here for advice and emergency training. We even have professionals on staff that can join their teams to serve as guides or safety personnel.
Yeah, you can think of it like
¡Hostias!
a forward operating base. Equal parts theoretical training and field
¡Qué
practice.
cabrona! Pero ha salido así de la hija de su madre, Amber.
We'll familiarize new recruits with potential challenges in the wild and take them through drills, so there's no reason to panic during the real thing.
Hostia, hacía muchísimo que no íbamos a Amber, ¿no?
Amber, you're here too?
¿Tu responsabilidad como caballera exploradora incluye también ese trabajo?
Surprised? I know I was. I'm off duty right now, so I was planning to just drop in on Kali for a bit. But I didn't realize how busy she'd be. I'm not the type of person to sit around and watch, so I decided to be her assistant.
Sorry, Amber. I didn't mean to put you to work during your time off.
Don't worry about it. A little relaxation balanced out with some fulfilling work is a great vacation in my book. Plus, I've learned a whole bunch of stuff too. And I got to see the Traveler in Paimon again. I mean, it just keeps getting better. We should have a giant feast once we're done here. How does that sound?
A feast with the first friend we met in Sumeru, and the first friend we met on our whole journey! Oh, that sounds just about as awesome as a giant plate of sticky honey roast!
Bueno, cuanto antes comencemos a trabajar, antes acabaremos.
Alright, down to business then. Kale
Vale.
and I are in charge of the Scouting Speedsters project. The focus is using devices and machines to pass through hazardous areas, survey terrain, and get details on potential threats.
Plus, a mortar research indicates that, during dangerous situations, having the support of an adorable companion can help set adventurers' minds at ease and prevent excess nerves.
So, we took inspiration from Cullen Anba and Baron Bunny to create 2 scouting devices that are both adorable and useful. Cullen Anbot and Bar Drone Bunny. So far, feedback has been pretty positive.
Vale.
Once we've collected enough data,
O sea, han mezclado los
Academia
muñecos.
will continue to refine the scouting buddies and release even more designs. A bunch of Cullen Ambas and Baron Bunnies running around the wilderness? What is that gonna look like?
Eso, ambos harán que todos se sientan seguros.
Plus, with you to guide our 2 little scouts, we'll be able to obtain some great data. Once you have a more complete understanding of the Fieldwise Center, you should come test them out. Now come with me. I'll introduce you to the other consultants.
Vale.
Oh yeah! The lady with the greenish-blue hair
Farutha.
also has a super adorable device over there. But it does something completely different than our scouting buddies. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action.
Oh hey! Another familiar face!
Mira.
Come on, let's go say hi.
Vale. A ver. Sí, no, vamos a hablar con ella. Digo, por cortarlo aquí, pero da igual. Vamos a con Farutha, que estamos. Y vemos lo que dice. Es que no sé si después de hacer los minijuegos seguirá la historia, o sea...
It's really that popular. The internal locomotion mechanism is clever enough, and the execution on the terrain recognition, remote control, and weight detection modules isn't bad.
Hace poco en Instagram vi que la actriz de doblaje de Farutha es mazo de guapa, o sea, como que estaba doblando el este y como que tienen un TikTok o algo así, la tía.
But the appearance...
En inglés, en japonés, no lo sé.
It might as well be a doll for a child.
Pero sí, como que tiene TikTok o algo así.
This won't do.
Y sube como partes en las que dobla a Farutha.
Madam Farzan, great news! The Traveler in Paimon agreed to join! The Fieldwise Center just leveled up big time, huh? Hello, Madam Farzan! We're here to help!
Well, look who the cat dragged in.
¡Hostias! ¿Quién decía esa frase? Mira qué ha traído aquí el gato. Esa frase la decía alguien, pero no me acuerdo de qué.
Excellent job, Kale. Snagging 2 top experts with undeniable adventuring expertise. Now the League won't be able to say a word. No matter what kind of feedback I give.
Look what the cat had dragged. Es que me acuerdo de que esa frase la decía alguien. No sé si Farutha en ella, pero había alguien que lo decía.
Now tell me, what do you think of this puzzle, pal?
Whoa! It looks just like you!
A ver, sí que es verdad que creo que es un dicho muy utilizado allí en inglés, pero bueno. Me transmite una sensación de confort y seguridad.
It's a collaboration between my juniors in the Haravatat Darshan, the Puzzlers League, and the Synopsium on Ruin Mechanisms.
Claro, Amber tiene su muñeco, Colette tiene el suyo y ahora Farutha también el suyo.
Clearly, the technological aspect is quite advanced. But the appearance... It couldn't be
está
more
chulo.
childish.
Está eso.
You should have seen Anise, defending this design choice with more passion than her thesis. Young people these days. Far too obsessed with making things cute.
Y hacen bien.
Paimon kinda likes it!
Hacen bien, efectivamente, que sí.
Kali and Amber were just saying how cute companions can help adventurers stay calm. With a doll that looks like you by her side, Paimon thinks she could go adventuring in a super dark ruin and not even get scared.
Well, that line of thinking does have merit. And I suppose choosing this particular appearance is a sign of their respect. For me, still, there are adventurers who place greater emphasis on reliability and technical composition. People like that don't just want their devices to be able to survive an avalanche, but to look the part. And for their appearance to reflect the high-tech composition. The fluffiness of this puzzle pal, on the other hand, doesn't give the impression it would be a reliable or formidable device. The appearance may even be distracting. Now picture this. A thick metal casing, square in shape, with a matte finish and openings to showcase the complex technical composition. That would have much more visual impact. I'm the perfect example of this. I have a youthful appearance, and so people question me on occasion. If I had a head of white hair instead, things would be different.
Claro, por eso a Citlali no la cuestionan, porque Citlali tiene el pelo blanco.
Really? Then, do you want Paimon to talk to them? She has white hair.
Paimon también tiene el pelo blanco.
What? No! That's not the same thing.
Ella se refiere más a las canas.
I didn't realize you had such strict views about this, Madame Farzan.
A mí me gusta su aspecto actual. Podrías dejar el modelo cuadrado para la próxima vez.
Huh? So, even you prefer this
A mí
version?
me gusta el muñeco.
Well,
A mí el muñeco me parece increíble.
if that's what you really think, then fine. You'll have to come back and test it out on some puzzles, Traveler. I'll rate your effectiveness in using the device and come up with a user manual based on your performance. As for improvements to its appearance, long-term observation is required, so I'll put that aside for now.
Genial, lo probaré lo mejor que pueda.
I've already selected a few of the most suitable domains, so we can begin the puzzle-solving process at any time.
Thanks, Madame Farzan. I'm just gonna take the Traveler and Paimon to see the final project. But it shouldn't take long.
Don't worry, Kale. You're the one in charge here. Just make sure to pace yourself.
Se queda otro más.
Once things calm down, come over to see me and we'll have a nice chat. I'll even treat you to some snacks from back in my day.
Vale.
Snacks! Paimon's in! Paimon's in! Thank you, Madame Farzan. I'll bring a few boxes of floral tea as well.
Go on now. Do me proud.
Vale, y queda otra más. Que me imagino que será de Amber, ¿no? O dirígete al próximo proyecto. Ah, este. Vaya, están todos aquí al lado. Me gusta que estén cerquita, debo decir, ¿eh? Me gusta.
This last one is a long-term project we're calling the Security Division.
Me da pena que estemos en Sumeru y no haya aparecido de ella ni Low. Han faltado personajes, ¿eh?
Thanks to General
Pero bueno.
Mahamantra we've been able to bring
Una de
Dia
ella.
on as the instructor and Candace as the
Ah, van a
coordinator.
aparecer.
They're putting together a combat test right now, but they should be back soon.
Hey,
Mira,
looking
joder,
for
mira,
us?
justo digo.
Guess we showed up right on cue then.
Entonces falta solamente ni Low, pero bueno.
Wait, the Traveler and Paimon are joining as well? That makes things a whole lot easier.
Sorry for keeping you waiting, everyone. But we managed to bring back some good intel.
Intel? Huh. This is starting to sound intense.
Suena como si estuvieran preparándose para una guerra.
Of course. What better way to protect the students than to sweep through the desert and rid it of all potential dangers? Not a bad plan, right? You in?
Not the best time for jokes, Dia. Besides, when it comes to striking down danger, the Traveler is a man on a mission. He might take you up on that offer.
Defeating anything that might pose a threat? Oh, even if the Traveler worked non-stop, that could still take years. He'd have to stop traveling. Oh, Paimon doesn't even want to think about that.
Bueno, el desierto es demasiado grande. ¿Quién sabe cuántos enemigos podrá haber?
Time would be the least of our problems. Some dangers aren't visible to the naked eye, like the scorpions burrowed underground, or the terrifying raptors sleeping in the trees.
Las aves tocan los cojones,
You can't get rid of them until they jump out to attack you. For situations like these, we'd have to combine Madame Farazan's recommendations with Amber's approach to scouting, calculating our chances of encountering enemies and our expected operation times.
Hostias.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pencils down, everyone.
Sí, Rats.
That was just a joke.
The Security Division's goal is a lot simpler, actually. We're just here to ensure that fieldwork teams include trained combat personnel. Some of this work has been entrusted to the Blazing Beasts and other mercenaries, but members of investigation teams who pass the combat test can also qualify. Before an investigation team is allowed to head into a dangerous area, the group must include at least 2 professionals who have passed the assessment. And Dia and I were just out collecting intel on the best place to hold the test.
We found a domain filled with monsters and bandits of all levels. Hopefully, they don't mind us borrowing their stomping ground for a bit. It'll only cost them a few smacks on the head.
Hostias. Suena mal, ¿eh?
Oh, so we just need to supervise, right?
That's right. Participant safety is our utmost priority. So we'll organize a group of capable personnel to take it in shifts.
We still need to figure out our testing metrics, though. Fighting is different from an actual exam, and there's no one right answer. Mercenaries like me, we all have our own style. That's not a problem in actual combat, but when it comes to teaching, we tend to stick too much to what we're used to. So, we need someone to give us a baseline. Someone who has the experience, but also takes a more flexible approach in combat.
Vaya, justamente esa es mi especialidad. Yo me encargo.
Yeah, based on what you just described, the Traveler seems like the perfect person for the job.
Great. Working with you is always a pleasure, Traveler. Smooth as butter on a steak.
Don't forget about compensation for the Traveler in Paimon,
Me la
dear.
voy a cobrar.
You agreed without doing the math first.
It's fine. We'll just split the funds Kale wrangled for us, 20-80. 10 for me, 10 for you, 80 for the 2 of them.
Ah, bueno.
Wait, we're getting 80%?
A mí me parece bien. Parece demasiado, pero gracias por tu generosidad de ella.
Don't sweat it. We're just in charge of the long-term operations. You're the one setting the metrics for the whole thing. So I think we got the better end of the deal. We've talked about a partnership in the past, haven't we? Well then, consider this the perfect place to start.
Then I'll draw up a detailed overview of the compensation so it's clear for everyone.
That'd be great.
And don't worry, Miss Candace. About that piece of land you're leasing to the academia, the one used for grain storage, I managed to get them to agree to a 30% increase in their rent payment.
Oh, thank you. Those funds will go to fixing up some of the village facilities, which should make for a more comfortable experience when investigation teams stop there in the future. All right, we should finish up our arrangements for the combat test. Stop by our station when you're ready, Traveler.
Vale.
See you soon.
Creo que los minijuegos de un evento nunca habían tenido tanta historia.
Oh, you sure are the beating heart of this operation, Kale. He brought the whole gang together. Oh, no. I'm just doing what I can. I still have so much to learn, so much work to coordinate. But for now, let's just give it our all.
Vale.
You bet! We'll make the Fieldwise Center the best it can be.
Vale, perfecto. Pero claro, ahora habrá que hacer los minijuegos para continuar. Claro, habla con español. Vale, el problema es que ahora para continuar habrá que hacer los minijuegos. Y yo eso no planeaba hacerlo, la verdad, no voy a mentir. Entonces, los voy a jugar, ¿vale? Y después, si hay historia, lo grabaré, ¿vale? Pero lamentablemente no creo que lo pueda hacer con mi voz. Es decir, no creo que pueda comentarlo, por así decirlo. Entonces, simplemente, pues, ahora a continuación, yo me voy a despedir aquí, ¿vale? Pero ahora a continuación, cuando termine los minijuegos, si hay más historia, os la pondré a continuación, ¿vale? Así que nada, espero os haya gustado, que hayáis disfrutado. Y gracias por ver. Adiós.
Good news, everyone! The Fieldwise Center is getting a lot of praise from important scholars all throughout the academia. Soon, they'll send a team of specialists to take over the management of this place based on our recommendations. So, thank you for all the support.
Wow! Sounds like your hard work paid off, Kale. And you're overseeing the transition yourself. Well done. The young students today could learn a thing or two from you, Kale. Your confidence, your proactiveness, your leadership. It's admirable. Not like some of the ones I teach. So focused on theses and research with no practical skills to speak of.
To be honest, I don't feel all that confident. Being the go-between for all the different Darshans, coordinating everything, I still can't quite believe I managed it. Oh, but the Traveler and Paimon played a huge role in that too. I can't thank you both enough. Yeah, we're used to this kind of work. So for us, this was more like a super special camping trip with friends. You know, a few puzzles here, a little exercise there. It was super fun. Pretty much a piece of cake. Oh, man. Now Paimon's hungry. Hey, now that we're all done, why don't we go get some food to celebrate?
Candace and I are 2 steps ahead of you.
This way, everyone.
Woohoo! A feast!
Perfect timing.
Oh, it's been a while since we've had such a delicious spread of dishes from Sumeru. Paimon feels like she could eat twice as much. No, 3 times as much as normal. Huh, is that a challenge? Careful what you wish for. We have your wallet to think about.
It's been a while since I've had food from the desert region. It's nothing like I remember. Now this is the real deal. Everything I've tried before pales in comparison.
That means a lot, Madame Farazan. If all the researchers who came to our village were so polite, we would have an occasion to offer feasts like this more often.
By the way, you planning on doing any sightseeing, Miss Amber? You came all this way after all.
Oh, for sure. I hear that there's a forest full of gigantic trees northwest of Port Ormos, with trunks bigger than the entire width of the Good Hunter restaurant. I'd love to see it for myself. Oh, and I bet I could climb up and then glide down from the treetops. That sounds so fun.
In that case, I'll give you some snacks to take with you. Like a dense cake or some dumplings. The wind's strong up there, so you don't want anything too crumbly. Oh, and you'll need a thicker water skin, so it doesn't break if it drops. Oh, dumplings sound great. So soft and chewy. Great thinking, Kale.
As for the desert, I'd love to check out some of the ruins, like that giant one shaped like an hourglass. I'll just observe from a distance, though. Your ruins could be protected sites, so better to not barge in. Besides, there could be someone sleeping in there.
I'm glad to hear that, Miss Amber. It's for the best.
Your body won't be used to the desert environment, though, so traveling could be tough. You'll need to bring moisturizing ointment and essential oils for the skin.
Honestly, though, helping set up the Fieldwise Center was the real highlight of this trip. And thanks to you, Kale, I got to make some new friends, too. So I couldn't be happier. Feel free to drop in on me in Mondstadt anytime. I'll show you the best our city has to offer.
Don't mind if I do. I had some dandelion wine while I was in Fontaine, and man, that was the stuff. So sweet and fragrant, not a single bitter note in there at all. And that was the imported stuff. I bet the taste is even better when it's fresh. I'm looking forward to downing a couple of barrels already.
It couldn't hurt to take a break from wine either. Those children gave you some hennaberry thorn powder, remember? You could make some tea.
Come on, Candace. It's just a taste. The barrels aren't even that big. We're talking like 3 to 5 cups per, tops. And don't worry, I'd make sure to bring back souvenirs for everyone.
Well, I've heard the Knights of Favonius library has quite the collection. I wonder if there are tomes that approach engineering from a different angle. Could be worth perusing. I'm not sure about the exact number, but the library's pretty huge, all right. What kind of books are you interested in, Madame Farazan? I can write them down and have Lisa get them ready for you. Either way, just leave your Mondstadt travel plans to me. Lisa? Lisa Mincy? Cyrus's prize student who he never stops bragging about? So that's where she's hiding.
Ah, this is kind of nice, isn't it? Friends friends of ours meeting other friends of ours, then becoming friends in their own right. Yeah. Maybe we should start introducing our friends to each other. Paimon can think of a few who might get along. Huh, not a bad idea, right? Just imagine all the fun we could have.